Hey guys, and thanks for tuning into my video. Today's video, I am just going to be doing a short review on a Glock project I have here. And this is just my Glock 21Sf, which I've done some modifications to. It's not finished yet, but I figure I can do, it's in firing status now, so it's as finished as it's going to be, other than some sights and some other things. Let's go ahead and first show you it's empty. See, there's no bullets in it. Okay, let's just bring the camera down here so you can see it. Got a little greasy, a lot of fingerprints on it. This is a Glock 21Sf, which has been quadruported. These are for compensation. One here, one here, one here, and one here. I have a oval here, here, here. It's for design and lightning and shows the barrel through it and the recoil spring down there. I have a cutout that I had cut out for an RMR. It's just flush fitting, see that? And it's plated, and these two screws come out, and then you can put the RMR in there. I have some other enhancements here. I have an extended slide release. I have all my pins in here titanium coated. The back is a metal one instead of plastic. The takedown lever is an extended takedown lever that has been titanium coated also. I have a stainless steel guide rod that's been titanium coated. I have a lighter spring for the recoil on this, for the reduced recoil because it's ported. I have a cider lock. Cider lock is a active safety. You press this button in, it unlocks it, and then you can press the trigger down. I have stock sights on here right now, but those will be getting removed because I have my suppressor sights polished and the tubes removed, and I had them sent out. I painted the back of this because you can't find a metal one. You'd have to get aluminum and maybe anodize it. Take it apart. And you notice when I take this apart, I hold my finger on the trigger. That's because in here I have a New York trigger spring, and I do have a 3.5 pound Glock connector. The rest of the parts are all factory. Some have been polished. I have not polished the rear of the crucifix, this part right here, because that part rests against the edge of this striker here. You can see I actually roughed it up a little, so it's a little rough, so it grabs on that. Because if you polish those two surfaces too much, you risk it going full auto, and we don't want that, or at least not yet. You can see here's my recoil spring. It's a two-piece. It comes apart with this little Allen wrench to put in there. It's coated. It's a little marred up from taking it in and out. I have a recoil buffer here, and then here's the barrel. See that that's been ported. 2 ports on there. They use electrostatic discharge on this to cut these to make them exactly just like the factory Glock. I sanded this and cut this down to make this deeper so I get a better catch for the slide release, so it catches the slide better. I polished and had the internal parts, the striker, the plunger, the extractor rod coated in titanium gold. They are factory parts. I did not use any aftermarket parts. The only aftermarket part is going to be the extended slide release and the cider lock, but that's does not void the warranty through Glock, and this aftermarket recoil spring. But I have the stock parts. I also have for it, when I want to run the gun suppressed, a conversion, well, not a conversion barrel, but a 45 Lone Wolf threaded barrel. It doesn't say Lone Wolf because I polished that and sanded all that off. It's just the greasy from my fingers a little bit. It shines a lot better than that. Polished the feed ramp, extremely good. You can see that pretty much perfect. You can see reflections inside the chamber. Did the chamber pretty good too. And the barrel, of course, is flawless. So I have that done when I want to run it suppressed. this is an ongoing project, this Glock. I have some other work I'm going to be doing to it. Once I get the suppressor sights back, I'll figure it out. I'm probably not going to do much to the frame. I never really wanted to mess up these frames because the black frame is nice, and I don't want to Cerakote it or hydro dip it because that shit comes off, and you know, I don't want it scratching. I kind of like the way it is. Putting it together is pretty easy. You hold the trigger down and she's together. But it's pretty much straightforward. That's the work that I had done to my Glock. The front of it, you could see also, is rounded on the edges. It's more rounded, you see, and this was all milled down and polished and rounded out. So it's not as sharp as it was. You can see it's just looks overall better. But once I get my high-rise suppressor sights on there, she'll be done. I'm going to go ahead and also, I have an RMR, I just haven't put it in there. This is a cutout for the RMR. 2 little screws, just take this off, and then I can pop my RMR in there, and then it will co-witness with the suppressor sights I have, just where I need them. But thanks a lot. I wanted to show you this. This is my Glock 21Sf, and this is how she looks. Have a great day, and if you have any ideas and enhancements, let me know. You're going to see that I don't have a brass base plate on this because I don't like them. They're heavy and they have a lot of weight, and I don't think they serve any useful purpose. I may get a plug for this, but other than that, that's about it. But thanks a lot, and have a great day. Thanks for watching the video.